I'm sorry. It's been a while. Um, so in all the databases, you can do the minus sign with no space and the word that you want omitted from your search. If there's something coming up a whole lot and you don't want it, ask it to get rid of it. Um, I'm trying to think of, let's see, participation in extracurricular activities. Let's look at, there's one article. How can we get more? Now we've got a lot of them. But one reason why we might have so many, we want extracurricular is really a term. We don't want those words searched independently. So I'm going to put quotations around them. So it's searching for those two words together all the time. So we're at 19,000 words. And we've lost about 1,000 by combining them. And that makes our search just a little more accurate for us. We could try and put high school together as well. And Carl, were you looking for extracurricular and academic achievements?
There we go. Not in particular. Well, yes, because I'm sure that'll be part of the chapter one in the background and where we're going. The question itself, I'm hoping at the end of it all is the kind of the playbook as to how to keep people participating. Of course, it's emerging that the academic benefits, hey, athletes tend to have higher grades, the social, whatever. So yeah, there's definitely, I've noticed already that'll be part of what I need to locate, find, and just build up. But that's not the question directly.
So you're looking at how to keep students involved in extracurriculars then, is that correct?
Sure. That's the heart of it.
Okay, okay.
Or even the same type, the other side of that question, why do they leave?
Okay.
So we're teetering between the two as the driving question, but of course, one hand is going to like inform the other, and that'll be just
Okay.
discussed.
Okay. So I think you see how just adding the word involvement did a lot for that search to get it closer to what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So do you all have any questions for me about Scholar? What you can do with that?
I have a quick question. You can't hear me.
I can a little. Go ahead. You're welcome, Carl. Go ahead, Alicia. Can you put it in the chat, Alicia?
Yes.
Thank you.
Edith, when I go to my Cunningham Memorial page, I'm not seeing the button to click on Google Scholar.
You have this page?
Yes.
Do you have search all? Are you using this tab?
I believe so.
And then just with me.
It's right there. I was looking at the top.
Okay, not a problem. Glad we could find that. We're just waiting for Alicia's question. Okay. What if it does not allow me to access? No, you don't have to pay for it. No. So there are a couple of things you can do. If it doesn't connect you to ISU, you can't still take that title and copy it and I'm going to do an advanced search because we have a title now and search and make sure we don't have it. And we do, we happen to have that one. So check our databases. Remember, I told you sometimes you will want to use regular Google. You can take that title and you can put it into regular Google. And sometimes Google, as you can see here, will pull up that article for you. It's still a scholarly article, it's just found in a different spot. And if you cannot find it freely available in the databases or via Google, then you're going to go to the library's homepage and you're going to look for this quick link box. You're going to click on Interlibrary Loan. I went straight to it because I'm already logged in. I already have an account and I probably saved the password somewhere. I'll do it for this. The first time you go to this, you're going to have to register, give them some, they want to know your ISU. They're going to want to know where you want information sent to. And then you're going to, once you get in it, you're going to click on articles and chapters. And because we picked this up off the internet, off of Scholar, you have to manually fill in this information. Sometimes you have to use interlibrary loan in our databases. Sometimes you'll find things that we don't have access to, and it will autofill usually this form for you. Give them as much information as you can. The red asterisks you have to fill out, and then submit your request. If it's an article, it will be emailed to you. I think they're coming quicker than 7 to 10 days. Sometimes they'll take that long. Don't wait till the last minute because you just don't know how long this stuff is going to take. It will be emailed to you through your ISU email account. It will tell you, I think you have 2 weeks to access it. After 2 weeks, you lose access to it. So what I do is when I get an article, I download it immediately so I have it and can read it when I'm ready to read it. If it is a book, you'll either have it sent to your public library, to your home, or to ISU library. Pay attention to the due dates on the books. There are no due dates on articles. There are due dates on tangible items that you pick up at the library. There are due dates on those. It could be a dissertation. It could be a book. Sometimes you might get a DVD. Overdue fines and those things start at $150. I don't have $150. You know what? I get overdue books from the public library all the time. I have yet to let one of these go overdue because I'm not going to, we can't waive that fee. It's not one of our library fees. It comes from, there's actually an ILL organization. So you want to, some of them can be renewed. There'll be a slip right in the cover of tell you if it can be renewed or not. When you return your material to interlibrary loan, you want to get a receipt for it because that stuff is your responsibility until it gets back to the library it came from. So if you turn it here to the library, ask for a receipt. If you mail it back, if it comes to your home or to your public library, you want to send that certified. Yes, you'll have to pay for certified, but that's much less expensive than having to pay for that book if it should get lost or misplaced. So cover yourself by getting those receipts, by mailing certified, and you should be good. You will find interlibrary loan will be one of your best friends. There will be numerous things you want and cannot find online. And Holly, who runs this, is just excellent. She will work to get things for you. If you guys are off campus, and you need a book that is here in this library, it can be sent to your home through interlibrary loan. Okay, so it's really convenient as a great service. It really extends what we can make available to you. So please do not pay for these things unless something, you know, if it's the book that you really want, but articles never, no one pay for those things. Any other questions about Scholar? Okay, so let's go to the regular databases. regular. Let's go to the subscription database. That's a much better term for them. So you all, there are really a lot of databases that will work for you. I usually demonstrate EBSCO because that's where the really good education databases are. But you can also look at ProQuest. You can look at JSTOR. I would even suggest Science Direct. A lot of my research is with children's literature, and I will go to Science Direct and I will research there, and I will find things that I don't find anyplace else. The thing with Science Direct, we kind of encourage you to make sure that what you request from there, that you really want to use it, because the library, it's a different type of subscription to that. When we pay for every individual article that is requested from Science Direct. The other ones, their subscription, we paid in advance, a flat fee, but Science Direct is per use. So just make sure that you really want what you're requesting from there. We'd appreciate that. So to get to EBSCO, I would, it's a pain to use this, to go through and pick all these individual databases, because EBSCO is a host. It's not a database, it hosts many different good databases. Academic search is auto check because you always want to use that in your search. A lot of good things come up there. You're going to get Education Source, and you're going to get ERIC. ERIC is like one of the oldest databases around. It is just full of good education material. Some people also include the psych databases, depending on what your topic is. You might use professional development if you're looking at teachers. There's a sports database you might throw in there. There might be things in there. I'm just going to stick to the education databases and Academic Search Complete. And Alicia, I'm sorry, if the loan material is electronic, does it automatically return? You don't have to worry about returns on the electronic things. It just kind of, you don't have to return it. It just kind of, a date comes and you lose access to it, and that's it on that one. So we are in EBSCO, and I'm looking at some of your search terms. Teacher agency and inclusive practices for special ed students. Jess, you had some other terms you were using there, didn't you?
Yes, I had started with teacher clarity, teacher competence, teacher commitment, transformational leadership, leading change. And then Dr. Donlan's the one that said I might try teacher agency.
Okay. What term do you want to use here?
Let's try teacher agency. I've not tried it. Thank
Okay.
you.
What do you mean by inclusive practices?
So I'm looking for just meeting the needs of special education students within the general education classroom.
And I ask that because when I hear inclusion, I think of diversity, equity, inclusion, which is going to take it in a whole other direction than special needs inclusion in the classroom. And I'm special needs. So with yours though, we started out with special, and notice it's given us special education, special needs. So here I would do special needs or education. And inclusion. Are you looking at elementary or middle or?
I really hadn't limited it, but I may go in that direction. If I do, I would look at elementary.
Okay. You had to be careful with your spelling on this because it doesn't always recommend spelling if you make a mistake. Notice it did try and finish my words and recommend terms for me. But if I'm not paying attention to that and I have a misstroke or spell something incorrectly, it'll say there's no result. So if you think there should be a result in what you're searching for, go back and check your spelling. One other thing that you might do here, since you all are doing doctoral research, is you might go ahead and add that you want qualitative or it usually gives us qualitative or quantitative, but it's not doing that. There we go. So that you get the studies. So we've got 3 results. How's this look, Jess?
Kind of limited, but
Uh-huh.
do like I have found some luck with kind of looking at the terms listed under subjects,
Exactly. That's exactly what you should be doing. Yeah. Yeah.
terms to keep.
So what looks good in those subject terms?
Well, I know in another search that I'd done, instructional leadership came up, so I'm curious to see if that will give me some additional results.
So are you looking at school administrators? Are you looking at teachers?
I kind of want to try to see if I can figure out what skills and knowledge teachers already feel like they have, and don't
Mhm.
have a lot of leadership guidance with, but then what are those skills that they need a lot of help and guidance from, skills or knowledge that they need help from their leader in developing. And I kind of want to compare gen ed inclusion teachers and special education inclusion teachers.
Okay.
So yeah,
It looks like you're getting some pretty good stuff here. Are you willing to consider what other countries are doing?
yes, yeah,
Okay.
I would like to look
Okay.
at that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they look fairly good. Have you seen some things here that look good?
Oh yes, for sure.
Okay. So what we can do then is come up to the share button and you can create an email alert so that if you create a search you really like, if new articles are made available, then you'll get an email that those things are here. What I can do is take this permalink and come over to my email and I can send these search results to Jess. Jess, if I type in Jess Jones, will I get your email address?
Probably Jessica. Like,
Jessica L. Jones.
well, my Sycamore address is J Jones 332.
Okay. Yeah, because there was a lot in those search terms. So I just emailed that to you.
Thank you so much.
Um, it would probably help if we had made this more recent, and I'm sure that we're gonna lose a little bit here, but you do want some of these current things, and you can do that on the side here as well. If so, you can add or drop terms here as well. We have and if we didn't want elementary, we could make this not elementary. And we would have other grade levels or other situations where we're going to find this. If you're looking for elementary education, you might also look at elementary education, elementary school, elementary students, elementary teachers, different word combinations that could help you with your search as well. Think of different ways, special needs, special education. Is there another name for inclusion? I don't know that there is. What you can do is come up to subjects. This gives a thesaurus. You can't think of other words for special needs or special education or for inclusion. You can use this, and let's put in inclusion. You can look for other words. And there really aren't any. It's not giving us anything else. Yeah. Full inclusion. But that's, I don't know.
I think I found a few relevant articles that had the mainstreaming as inclusion. It's maybe a little different, but I found a few with that term.
Yeah, mainstream makes sense. I keep thinking pull out, where students are in general ed classes and pulled out for special services. Transitional programs. Yeah, this isn't really helping us a lot. Let's start with disabilities. Yeah, it gets mixed in with racial inclusion, and that's not what you're looking for. So, yeah, I think just sticking with inclusion mainstreaming are going to be about the best thing you can do. And then, like you were doing, looking at the terms there in your articles as well, will be a good thing for you to do. Do you all have any specific questions on what you're researching, on problems that you hit with the databases? This article says check availability, and when I see that, I usually think the article is not going to be available. So I would click on it. So I want the article. I'd go ahead and click on it and see it's not available, and it says get it via interlibrary loan. And it's going to take you might, if you're not logged in, you have to log in first. but see how it autofills everything for me. Then I just send in my request and then the article will be emailed to me. So it's a really nice feature. And the person who runs it really does everything she can to make sure students get what they need. There are always things that I wish I had told you guys or showed you later about this. No, guys, can't think of any questions? Somebody's got a question. Let's see. Yeah, using it through the library, that's a game changer for sure. Yeah. So I don't want to discourage you from regular Google, but it's not going to be the best thing for you. I want you to start looking for qualitative or quantitative research. You can even look for empirical research because you really want those studies. You want to look at the you want to start looking at methodology. You want to see how these articles are set up and written. You want to look at the different tools that they're using to do their research, because you're going to have to find some of those soon. So start looking at what that looks like. The better the material is that you use for your research, the better your own research will be. Okay. Make sure you are citing properly. When you go in and find an article, these are really there. So I'm sure you might have noticed on the side of your article, even on Google Scholar, it's going to cite it for you. And you guys are APA 7, right? So wow, look at this, it's right here. But these things are electronically generated. And more often than not, there is something wrong with these data, with these citations. The page number, the format, the spelling, the punctuation, because this information is manually entered and humans make mistakes. And there's going to be something wrong with it. So you could go ahead and snatch this so you have the information, so you have a citation. Because citations are not just to document who you consulted for your research, but you'll need this so you can get back to the article too. And you want this information to be correct. So you could snatch it so you have it, make sure the title and everything is correct. But at some point, you're going to want to take a couple of days off of doing, that day you really feel like doing your research, you just want to do something mindless, start checking your citations. Don't let it wait till the end, because these things take a lot longer than you think to fix them and get them right. But yeah, start collecting this stuff, but know that it's probably not going to be correct. Okay. Do you all have my email address? I'll stick it in the chat real quick so that if you have questions, if you need another session on something, you can feel free to contact me. I almost put Gmail on this, it's getting late. Okay. So feel free to send me an email, call, what's my number? I am not usually in the office this late, so don't call my phone number, the office number this late. You won't get an answer, but call me during the workday and I will be here to give you whatever help I can. Okay. And I will, how am I going to email this to you guys? Send me the email real quick and let me know that you were in the chat, and I'll send you a link to the video. And I'll let you guys go. Okay. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you so much. This is very helpful.
I'm glad it was. Take care.
Thanks, you too.
Okay, bye.